Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is the kind of rumor that could turn into a seismic shift in the NFL landscape, especially for us Giants fans. Reports have been swirling about a possible trade involving Kansas City Chiefs cornerback Trent McDuffie. And if it happens, it could change everything for our secondary and ultimately our Super Bowl chances. You might be thinking, wait, what? McDuffie to the Giants? Yeah, that's exactly what's being discussed right now, and it's got a lot of us buzzing. The word on the street, coming from insider Rossini, suggests that as early as November, the Chiefs, sitting pretty at 7-2 with a cap space of around $13, $9 million for 2025 might pull the trigger on trading McDuffie. The Chiefs are looking to bolster their roster, particularly their wide receiver depth, and they see the Giants as an ideal landing spot. The proposed deal? Kansas City would send McDuffie, a top 10 PFF-graded cornerback in 2025, along with a second-round pick in 2026, to the Giants. In return, the Chiefs would focus on acquiring some much-needed receiver help while also freeing up cap space to extend Mahomes and manage their external coverage issues. Now, make no mistake, this isn't just some rumor coming out of thin air. McDuffie has been a standout for the Chiefs since he was drafted. He's a Pro Bowler with an outstanding 91.0 PFF coverage grade in 2025, and he's been a lockdown corner, especially against the top receivers. He's recorded 50 tackles, 5 interceptions, 12 pass defenses, and has been incredibly consistent in coverage. His ability to shut down the best WRs in the league, think about how he practically neutralized A.J. Brown during some matchups, makes him one of the most valuable corners in the league right now. His stats include an EPA of -0, 38 per target, YAC of just 2.9 yards per reception, and a man coverage grade of 93.5. That's elite. His career numbers include 14 interceptions and 160 tackles, but what really stands out is his ability to perform against top-tier WRs. Remember those 2 interceptions against the Raiders? That's the kind of game-changing ability that the Giants could greatly benefit from. He's a corner who can lock down #1 receivers, and that's exactly what we need to elevate this defense, especially after some inconsistency this season. But of course, there's some skepticism around the trade. The Chiefs are in a bit of a bind cap-wise, especially with Mahomes set to earn $62 million in 2025, and their external coverage has been a bit shaky, allowing 205 yards per game. Some analysts believe that trading McDuffie might weaken their secondary, especially since they've been relying heavily on their top corners to contain the league's best WRs. Plus, there's the concern about how this trade would impact the Chiefs' long-term dynasty prospects. Now, on the Giants' side, this move could be a game-changer. Our secondary has been a roller coaster. Injuries to Adoree, Jackson, and the inconsistent play of other corners have made us vulnerable, especially against the pass. Adding McDuffie could immediately bolster our pass defense, which currently allows around 225 yards per game. With McDuffie, we could project an increase of about 7 interceptions over the season, a 21% reduction in EPA allowed per pass, and a significant drop in big plays allowed, up to 28%. That's a huge improvement right there. His man coverage ability could also elevate our division matchups, especially against guys like A.J. Brown and other top receivers in the NFC East. Think about how his presence would turn our defense into a shutdown unit, creating more turnovers, potentially 4 more per game, and forcing opponents into longer, more difficult drives, reducing their time of possession by nearly 5 minutes per game. That kind of defensive dominance is what we need to push us into serious playoff contention. And speaking of the playoffs, the odds for the Giants to win the Super Bowl have already surged, jumping from over 20-0 to around 8-500, thanks in part to potential improvements like this one. If McDuffie joins us, he could be the X-factor in our postseason run, especially considering his performance against top-tier WRs. He's been holding elite receivers to a -0, 42 EPA per target, which is impressive. His addition could turn our defense into a formidable force, capable of shutting down the league's best offenses and forcing crucial turnovers at critical moments. This trade could also be a statement for the Giants, signaling that we're serious about contending now. McDuffie would serve as a key piece in our defensive puzzle, providing a shield against the division rivals and giving our secondary the stability it's lacked. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the move might be a way to address their cap situation and bolster their offense, but it raises questions about their long-term defensive strength. If they do trade McDuffie, it could be a sign that they're prioritizing short-term wins over building a dominant, sustainable defense. Now, I know this is all speculative right now, and nothing is set in stone. But it's the kind of move that could reshape the NFC East and the entire NFL landscape. For us Giants fans, it's exciting to think about how this could help us finally take that next step, turning our defense into a nightmare for quarterbacks and giving Daniel Jones even more opportunities to lead us to victory. We've seen flashes this season, but adding a player like McDuffie could be the missing piece that gets us over the hump and into serious Super Bowl conversations. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So whether this trade happens or not, it's clear that the Giants are in a strategic position to make some bold moves this offseason. The front office has shown they're not afraid to shake things up when it's necessary, and bringing in a player like McDuffie could be exactly what we need to turn our defense into a top-tier unit. Imagine a secondary with Adoree Jackson, McDuffie, and some of our other young talents, all working together to lock down receivers and force turnovers. That's the kind of defense that wins championships, and it's the sort of upgrade that could take us from good to great. And think about the bigger picture. If the Giants can secure McDuffie and combine him with our already talented defense, we could see a significant jump in our playoff odds. The NFC East is always competitive, but with a shutdown corner like McDuffie, we'd be better equipped to handle the division's top offenses. Plus, it sends a message to the rest of the league that the Giants are serious about contending and aren't afraid to make bold moves to get there. Of course, we'll have to wait and see how this unfolds. Trades like these don't happen overnight, and the NFL is always full of surprises. But one thing is certain, if the Giants do land McDuffie, it could be the turning point in our season. Our defense would be a nightmare for opponents, and Daniel Jones could finally have the support he needs to take this team to the next level. It's an exciting time to be a Giants fan, and I can't wait to see how it all develops. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. Let's keep the passion alive and keep believing we're on the cusp of something special, and moves like this could be the key to making our Super Bowl dreams come true.